Today we're building the modern blend, so if you enjoyed this video, why not leave it a like and a comment, and let's jump into the build. Hello everyone, Auvbri here, and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. So today, much like the last build, if you watched that, we are continuing with the builds that we did in the live stream. And this is the second build we did, and since the first build was a super modern build, with a lot of modern aspects to it, I wanted this build to be different. I wanted to have... Oh my god, I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but someone decided to have the most noisy scooter in the world. But again, as I was saying before we were rudely interrupted, I wanted this build to be different from the one we did in the first half of the live stream, which was super modern. So this is a kind of a take on an old country home, where we kind of built this modern extension into it, as you see here. And it was a picture that I saw in a magazine, I believe, where we had like this old school looking building with this modern extension with glass roofing pieces, big windows in the front and the back of it, and it just looked awesome. So I thought I totally have to do this. And then I tried to recreate the builds right down to the outside, like where furniture was placed and stuff like that, and I think it turned out really nice. You guys seem to really like it, so that's good. But yeah, we're just working on the outside here, and again, if you haven't watched the first build I did in the live stream, check it out now on the information box up in the corner, or if you want to check out the live stream. We had so much fun in the live stream, and it's just really great to get to interact with you guys. You guys have a lot of input into the buildings and a lot of ideas, and you guys helped with some of the furnishings and decision making, and it was just an overall really good time. I had a really good time, so definitely check out some of my live streams if you decide to ever want to join them in the future. I just usually post a little post on the channel here where when the live stream is gonna take place, which time, and what we're gonna be doing. So definitely check it out and watch out for that. We just had such a great time, and it could be really great if we could get more people to watch the live streams and just interact with me. I really enjoy that. So yeah, this build, as you can probably tell by now, it's not as long as the first build we did in the live stream, and it's just this. It didn't actually take this long to do this build. I kind of had everything planned out in my head, how I wanted everything to look. And here again, you're gonna see me do some stuff, and I'm gonna change some stuff, and that's because you guys, like for example, said that we could have a half wall right when you walk in, so the kitchen would be more open, and I thought that was a really great idea, so that's what we ended up doing. This house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 big living room, 1 big dining room, 1 big kitchen, and kind of lots of filler space where you can kind of put in whatever you want. I just tried to fill it up with the stuff I thought looked good. So yeah. In the modern extension, we're gonna have the living room, and that's it. There's also going to be a piano, but I wanted to have the living room in the modern extension, and you're gonna see me try to mix some sort of new furniture into this space here. So we are working with a space that's very old school, kind of like, as we talked about it in the live stream, it's kind of like this country granny vibe house, where, you know, like this really cozy house with lots of cozy decorations, not necessarily really modern, but just a nice cozy house. And I've tried to mix that with some sort of modern aspect to it. So we bring in some modern furniture in the old part of the house, but in the new part of the house in the extension, we are going full out on the modern look, but still keeping the integrity of the build we're doing. So yeah, it's you can pretty much see the style at the moment, what we're gonna go for, and that's pretty much the style that that it's gonna be throughout the whole house. So yeah, working on the dining room space here. Oh, I read a comment yesterday on one of my old videos. And I do have to say, I went back to watch that video because it wasn't very, not like very old, but definitely over a year and a half old. And I do think that over that period of time, I have grown a lot, especially with my pronunciation and my English language in general. But somebody said in that video that I was so annoying to listen to that they couldn't even watch the video. And I'm like, okay, so why do you have to tell me that in the comment section? Do you just enjoy being mean? What is the deal? What can I possibly get out of you telling me that you think my voice is annoying? I mean, it's just if you want to be mean, do it someplace else. If you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything. That's what my mama told me, and I can only preach that to everybody else, because it's just the most truest thing I've ever heard. I mean, that was just, it actually really hurts. I mean, when you do YouTube like I do, you learn to grow a thick skin because people are just mean, and that's just the way it is. There's always somebody mean on the internet because they can hide behind a screen. And we talked about this in the live stream as well. But it just kind of hurts. It still hurts, even though I try not to take it personal, but it's just, you know, like, what are you doing? Why you gotta be mean? I think that's a Taylor Swift song. So yeah, since this is a live stream again, you are again gonna see me do, or gonna watch me do the bathrooms as we're doing here. And I chose these doors that we have here because I freaking adore them. I never did know how to use these doors because they have a very certain style to them, but they just fit so well with this type of house. So I just had to use them. White, of course, because that's the kind of color scheme we're working with here. And it is this, like, the reason that I call this house a modern blend is because, well, we're trying to blend modern into this old country house. But I do have to say, those doors gives me life. It's just, I'm in love with them. I freaking adore them, and I just think they're so cute. And I've always wanted to use them, and now I finally have a chance because it's just the best looking doors. I kind of love this style as well. There's something very endearing about this type of build. And and then, oh, I remember this room. When I was doing this room, which is one of the bigger bedrooms, it's not the master bedroom. I mean, you could use that for it, but I just kind of created this room as a spare bedroom. But when I was creating this room, somebody commented in the live stream that they didn't know what I was doing with that room, and I just thought that was so funny because I didn't know what I was doing with that room. But once every single item was in there and it kind of came together, he seemed to really like it, and I did too. I mean, it's just it was kind of chaotic, and I had no idea what I was doing with that room. But I just think that once you pull all these old styled furniture together and put in some clutter stuff, it just makes it look ridiculously cute, which I freaking adored. So this is the other bedroom we're working on upstairs, and you guys I asked if we should put in stuff for a pet, and you guys said yes, so I put in stuff for both a dog and a cat, so you can kind of have both if you want that. Yeah, we're working on the master bedroom now. I tested this bed out, and it's fully functional. I mean, it looks like there's not enough space, but your sim actually only needs 1/2 of this what is it called, of the grids to actually enter the bed. So it is functional, and that just means that we can kind of manipulate it a bit. I mean, in real life you would be able to get into that bed as well, so it's all fine. And we are actually done upstairs here. I mean, there's just this little hallway where I put in some seating area, some decorations and some plants and a side table just to kind of fill out the space and make it look a bit more nice. Moving into the modern extension here, and this is also where you guys helped me pick out a couch, I believe, to choose from, and I decided to go with this really muted tone in the in this modern extension, and then trying to accessorize with like this modern couch and these modern looking chairs, which is a bright in your face color, and then we put in this like really old school poof or ottoman, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of bring the whole thing together. A piano, which you guys also decided that we should put in. I asked if we should put in the grand piano, and the overall majority was yes, we should put one in. Just to kind of tie that together with the old school and the modern, and I think it's really, really good. And as we moved outside here, I was asked what we should do, or what I was going to do with the outside. I didn't put in a washing room, a laundry room in this build, which means you have to wash you have to wash your clothes outside, and there's a clothing line and a little bucket beside it, so you can actually wash your clothes. But I wanted to keep it simple outside, just because it is a small lot, where the space was just filling out really quickly. So really simple. We have, of course, have this big deck, patio, porch, whatever you want to call it, in the kind of like wrapping around the house, and I wanted to have that also have this modern aspect to it. Some trees in the back of the house to make it feel more lush and lived in, and yeah, just some smaller decorations in the front here. Trimmed bushes, and this tree to die for. I love this. I decided to kind of make it have like this with the white flowers instead, just because there was a lot of white going on in the build, and I didn't want to overcrowd it. But we're gonna walk or go into the screenshots here in just a second. So yeah, let's watch. And here we have the screenshots. So this is the entrance right when you walk into the build. And I do have to say it was a really great idea to add the half wall instead of having a full-sized wall. It creates an illusion where it just seems like one big open space. But in reality, you still cut it off by having the kitchen being in a separate room. So it feels like one big open space, but it's kind of sectioned off, which I really like. I really enjoyed the dining room and that big round table. I've been wanting to use that forever. The modern extension here, love how this turned out. Again, the fireplace is kind of old school, the ottoman is old school, but we have this touch of modern furniture, which just brings the whole room together. In love with it. This is the very funky looking spare room, but actually I do think it's super cute looking. Upstairs here, as we walk into the ensuite bathroom for the master bedroom, and just another quick look here. Remember, if you want to get this build, it's on the gallery right now, so you just have to search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single build that I do. If you follow me on the gallery, you will be the first one to get my builds, as I usually upload them right when I'm done building it. So you could probably get the build like 2 or 3 days before the video goes up on YouTube, or you could just enjoy it right when I upload the build. As we walk into the to the last couple of screenshots here, I'm really happy about how this turned out. I mean, I just love the mix of old and new in this build. It's something different, and I really do enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this build as much as I do, why not check out some of my other stuff right on the screen right now? You might find something you like. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye.